Paper Chinese Dragon Puppets, Part 1. For this project, you will need 2 square pieces of paper. I'm using 9" by 9" construction paper, 1 piece of the same colored paper that is 6 inches by 3 inches, a glue stick, tape, and scissors. If you do not have a paper cutter or square paper, you can turn a rectangular piece of paper into a square with 1 simple fold and cut. Take 1 corner of the paper and bring it to meet the opposite side of the paper so that the edges line up. Crease and then cut the remaining rectangle. Voila! Square paper. One more side note, if you're using white paper, you can color it with any material to turn it into a colored paper. To make the head of the dragon, we will fold, cut, and glue our squares. Start by folding each square into a triangle, then again into a smaller triangle. Open the papers up. Make 1 cut from 1 corner of the triangle to the center of the square where the folds meet. Next, overlap the 2 sides next to the cut and glue them together. You should now have 2 pyramids. These will be the top and bottom of the head and form the mouth. To attach them, place the glued sides of the pyramids on the table and line them up next to each other. Tape them along the seam. A second pair of hands could be useful to help hold the sides together. Then glue the 3x6 paper scrap over the tape to cover the tape and secure the seam. Now we're going to make eyes and eyebrows. For this you will need something round to trace, no more than 3 inches in diameter, more paper, scissors, a pencil, and a glue stick. I chose 2 different colors, 1 for the eyes and 1 for the eyebrows. I also have black for the pupils. I'm using a plastic cup to trace the eyes. Trace 2 circles on 1 color using the cup. Then cut them out. For the pupils, I'm going to use the cap of the glue stick to trace my smaller circles on black. Decide where you want the pupils to go in the eyes. Do you want your dragon looking in a certain direction? Glue the pupils on. To make the eyebrows, fold the paper you will be using for the eyebrows in half. Now position the same cup used for the eyes on the other paper so that half of the circle is on the paper and the other half is on the table. Trace half the circle. Now create your eyebrow. Draw lines that stretch from one end of the arc to the other. You can take some creative license with the eyebrows. Do you want them bushy and hairy, spiky, or something else? Change your line to fit the type of eyebrow that you want. Keeping the paper folded, cut the eyebrows. Now you have two eyebrows that are identical. Glue the eyes on the top half of the head, trying to get them as symmetrical as possible. Then position the eyebrows where you want them and glue them in place. This concludes part 1 of our paper Chinese dragon puppets. Tune in tomorrow to see more.